In this video, I'd like to discuss 7 different rules we can follow to get the most of our Qigong practice. Hi, I'm Jeff Chand, acupuncturist, practitioner of traditional Chinese medicine and Qigong instructor. There are many different types and traditions of Qigong practice, and they're all extremely beneficial. They can all help with our overall root energy, help our body function better, reduce stress and anxiety, perhaps improve our sleep, and allow our body to naturally heal and perhaps even slow down the aging process. Now, the idea is that we need to be able to practice very practically and easily and be able to fit it into our everyday life so it's not such a big struggle. So here are 7 different ideas you can follow to make sure that you can incorporate your Qigong practice into your everyday life. Now, the first 5 ideas are basically summarized as be comfortable. Just be comfortable. Allow yourself to feel comfortable and change things, adjust things, try different things out until you feel comfortable. Guideline number 1 is to just dress comfortably. You can wear whatever you feel comfortable in. It can be natural materials, it can be synthetic materials, as long as it feels comfortable in your body. The main thing to keep an eye on is what's around the waist. Try not to wear anything that's too fitting and too tight around the waist. The reason why we want to avoid that is because it could perhaps restrict our breathing. We may not necessarily be able to get that deep belly breathing if we have a tight belt or a tight waistband on our pants. So just wear some loose and comfortable clothing. This also applies to our shoes. Wear comfortable shoes. If you feel more comfortable barefoot or having very, very thin type of shoes or socks, you can wear that. But if you require maybe a little bit more support in your feet, some arch support or some specific shoes, you can just wear that while you're practicing. The second guideline is to practice when you have mental space. So perhaps you want to practice first thing in the morning when the world is quiet and no one is around and you can really sink into your Qigong practice. But perhaps your morning is too busy and then maybe you have a midday break and you can practice at that time. Or perhaps nighttime is the best time for you when everyone's asleep and you have the house to yourself. So we need to choose and consciously decide on a time that we can practice where we have that mental space. When you can practice first thing in the morning, it can really set up your day in a positive way. You can feel energized, you can feel relaxed, you can feel clear-minded throughout your entire day, and you can carry this feeling with you all day long. So morning practices are good. But also evening practices are beneficial as well. Because when we get to practice, we feel very yin, we feel very calm, we release all the tension and stress in our body, and we can have a nice, peaceful, deep sleep and wake up feeling really restored and energized. But just look at your day and find whatever time of day fits best for you where you have mental space. Guideline or rule number 3 is to keep your eyes comfortable. So this can be practicing with your eyes closed, it can be practicing with your eyes open, or ideally, you can practice with your eyes maybe about 70% closed. But just be comfortable with your eyes and your vision. Some people feel way more comfortable with their eyes completely closed the entire practice. Other people feel as if they need to try to keep their eyes closed because they want to feel a little bit more engaged in the world. But just choose what works best for you. If you're going to work towards something, you can try to work towards having your eyes about 70% closed. I don't know how well that shows up on camera, but your eyes are not completely closed. They're just open a little bit. So you're not really intensely gazing at anything, but you are taking in all the information around you. You're using your direct vision, your peripheral vision, and even your internal vision to see everything as you're practicing. This can be a very nourishing way to practice for the eyes. But just allow yourself to be comfortable with your eyes. Lots of times people will practice certain exercises that are more yin in nature with their eyes closed. And the yang type of exercises, we open our eyes. So you can choose to do this as well. But just allow your eyes to be comfortable. The 4th idea is to have a comfortable stomach. So this may mean practicing on an empty stomach. But perhaps you feel a little bit uncomfortable when your stomach is completely empty, so you might need to eat just a little bit. But what we do want to avoid is having a completely full stomach. The reason we want to avoid that is because, again, it's going to hinder our breathing, perhaps, but also a lot of energy goes to digestion. A lot of blood circulation and qi circulation goes to assimilating and digesting our food. So when we're practicing Qigong, we're not going to have the same amount of energy available to help in other sort of ways. So if we have just a comfortable stomach, perhaps a very small snack or a little bit of tea or a little bit of some warm fluids to help the stomach feel comfortable. That's all we really need. But just try to choose something to help your stomach feel comfortable, and then you can practice. The fifth idea, rule, or concept is to breathe naturally. So this means breathing in through the nose, into the belly, and breathing out, perhaps through the nose, naturally. Now, everybody's a little bit different. Some people feel better and more comfortable breathing through their mouth. Some people feel better breathing just through their nose, and some people want to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now, the idea is just to let it feel harmonious and peaceful and not try to force it. Perhaps you're trying to feel like you need to breathe through your nose, but you just need to breathe through your mouth at a certain time. That's okay. Just be comfortable, breathe through your mouth. Perhaps you feel like you need to really breathe deeply because you hear about deep breathing. You want to try to breathe right into the belly button, but you can't. That's okay. Just breathe naturally, breathe comfortably. What we want to do is ideally find this rhythm. We can listen to our body and just see, okay, at first maybe I'm breathing very shallow, and then as we continue to practice, you breathe a little bit deeper and a little bit slower. Our body has a way of naturally finding the right rhythm to breathe when we listen to it. So we just want to acknowledge, let our body calm down, find the right breathing that feels very comfortable. The sixth idea for a good Qigong practice is to try to coordinate body and breath. Qigong practice is gentle movements, deep breathing, and a positive affirmative intention. So when we coordinate all these aspects together, then we have a nice Qigong practice. If we're just moving the body lightly around, that's fine, that's good for the body, but it's not necessarily activating the Qi. When we're moving our body with our breath, with our mind, activating everything all at the same time, then we start entering into this wonderful healing system. So that's the sixth idea there, is to try to coordinate body and breath. Every time you move, try to move your body, try to coordinate, find where your breath naturally wants to meet, and try to coordinate body and breath. If you can, if you have the mental space, perhaps you can even coordinate your body, breath, and mind. So you're moving your body up, you're thinking about your Qi increasing in your body as you breathe in. And as you exhale, you are slowly moving your body, you're exhaling, and you're letting go of any stress in the body. So that's the body gently moving, breath naturally moving, and mind. Mind is intentionally practicing. The seventh rule or guideline for a good Qigong practice is to just simply allow yourself to feel good. Just take this time, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour of Qigong practice, to allow yourself to just feel good, to feel comfortable, to notice good sensations in the body, to notice nice images going through your mind, to breathe in a nice, peaceful breath of air, breath of life. Just allow yourself to feel good. So often we have a lot of pressure on our shoulders. This pressure comes from out around us, our work pressures, our family, or community pressures. This is normal. But lots of times we put pressure on ourselves. So during Qigong practice, this is a good time to just release that pressure that we're putting on ourselves and just allow yourself to feel good. This may involve maybe drinking a nice tea when you're practicing Qigong, or it could be maybe lighting some candles or incense or using some aromatherapy. This could be just putting on some nice music that you enjoy, but just allow yourself to feel good. This idea of allowing yourself to feel good is so important in Qigong practice, but it's also important in this day and age. We have so much stress around us. We have to take responsibility, and we can take actions on ourselves to help us really feel good. And this has a positive, measurable benefit that we can see short term, but we'll definitely see in the long term. So just to review, the 7 rules for having a good Qigong practice is to wear comfortable clothing, practice at a time when you have good mental space, allow your eyes to be comfortable, either practice with your eyes open, closed, or at 70%, practice with a comfortable stomach, maybe with a light meal or an empty stomach, breathe naturally, coordinate body and breath, and just allow yourself to feel good. Now, as a little bonus tip here, if you incorporate this idea, this can really help if you're a beginner or if you had a lot of experience with Qigong practice. And that's to practice with a very clear, affirmative intention. The idea is we want to know exactly why we're practicing. With every movement, with every breath, we want to repeat or remind ourselves of that intention. I'm practicing Qigong so I can feel energized. I'm practicing Qigong so I can feel calm. I'm practicing Qigong so that I feel serenity, or I feel clear-minded, or so that my body can naturally heal. When we practice Qigong with intention, then our body, our mind, our subconscious, our Qi, all the different parts of our body will just naturally follow. So if you can find different ways of incorporating your intention into your Qigong practice, I'm sure you will notice a benefit. So let me know in the comments section below, which idea really resonated with you? Do you have any specific rules that you follow during your Qigong practice? I love hearing from you. Thank you so much for watching this video and sharing videos and liking them and all your positive comments. It's really heartwarming and wonderful to see and hear about all the different positive benefits that you're all experiencing out there. It really inspires me, and we're just about to hit a milestone, and this is what just really inspires me, is hearing all your stories, knowing that you can improve your life by your simple practice that you can do in the comfort of your own home. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
If you've enjoyed this style of Qigong, please come join the Communi-Qi for a wide variety of Qigong routines that's ideal for beginners or if you already have some experience. The Communi-Qi has convenient, simple Qigong practices that are safe, gentle, and effective to help you feel healthy and full of vitality. Come join us today. If you haven't already, be sure to sign up for our newsletter in the link below so we can notify you when we release new YouTube videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.